Welcome to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. Hello, and come on in and get in where you're fitting, because this is your girl, Lotus Richey, and you're here at the Lotus Richey Ignite Show, and I've got a fantastic guest for you tonight. Now, many of you are joining me all around the world, and you know what I say, come on in, and get in where you're fitting, because I always got room around my table for you. But most importantly, get your notepad, baby, and get your pen. You know why? Because note takers are money makers. That way you can hashtag ignite and take flight in every area of your life. So we're going to get the party started really quickly. And before we get this party started, let's lay down some ground rules. So when you come in, go ahead and let us know where you're coming in from. You can tell us your name. You can tell us if you're coming in from Tampa, Florida, or if you're coming in from Paris, the Netherlands, or wherever we want to know, so we can say hello to you and to all those that you're representing tonight. Now, I know many of you may be wondering, Lotus, what you got in that cup? I've got some water. Yes, I believe in hydrating yourself. So while we're getting a little bit acquainted, let me just tell you, get your notepad, get your pen, because we are going to have a blast. And in the meantime and in between time, go ahead and get yourself something to drink. And if you want to, go ahead and tell me what you've got to drink. I want to know. And don't forget to get your merch. That's right. Go ahead and get your Lotus Richey Ignites cup. It'll be down in the comment below. So all you got to do is, click the link and go right to pick up your Ignite cup so you can ignite and take flight in everything you drink in life. So as we get this party started, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my guest. My guest is so amazing. She's all the way here from Hawaii. That's what I said. She's all the way here from Hawaii, and she's here with me tonight because we are talking about how to get profits during the pandemic. Many people have lost their jobs, they've lost their homes, and some people, unfortunately, has lost their lives. But tonight, we are going to send out a ray of hope to people all around the world, because you know what I say. My name is Lotus Richey, and I'm bringing inspiration to every nation. And so I reach all around the world and bring the best of the best to the show to help inspire you, empower you, and enhance your life so that you can ignite and take flight. So tonight, I want you to welcome my amazing guest. She's all the way from Hawaii, and I'm going to ask her if I pronounce Milani or Milani correctly. And if I pronounced it correctly, guess what? I might give a gift out tonight. You might get a shirt or you might get a cup. But if I didn't pronounce it right, we'll have to do it the next show when we bring her back. So I think we'll be able to get her back. So with no further ado, we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to bring back to you my guest all the way from Hawaii. So with no further ado, I'll be right back with you. So, don't forget, like, share, start a watch party, like, share, and start a watch party, and tell everybody to come on in and get in where they're fitting, because I always got room around my table for you. Be right back. Welcome to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. Awesome, awesome. So welcome to the show, everybody. And tonight we are going to be talking about how to get profits during the pandemic. And I've got just the person to help us figure that out if we haven't figured it out yet. So I'm going to bring my guest to the show after I take some of your comments. So let's see who we've got here. We've got Aya Blaine. Hey, how you doing? We've got Harris. Harris, hey, how you doing? All the way from the Philippines. We've got Sabita. Hey, Sabita, how you doing? Let us know where you're coming in from. And we've got somebody from Boone, New York. Hey, Miss Ruth, all the way from Hawaii. Good to see you. Aloha to you as well. Good to see you. And always great to have Angela Elton in the house, all the way from Washington, D.C. So with no further ado, if you want me to bring my guest out to you, go ahead and put a number 2 in the comment block below. That's what I said. With no further ado, if you're ready for me to bring my guest out to you, put a number 2 in the comment block below. It's a 1 and a 1. And it makes 2. So go ahead and do that. And we're going to get my guest, my friend, your friend, all the way here. And I say, thanks, Sabita. She knows how to come into a party. She says she's coming in from Texas, Houston, Texas. And we've got some tools already. Wow. And there is Patricia Rogers. How you doing? All the way from Florida. Great to see you. So I've got some tools. Nanette Sanchez is here and a whole host of other folks. But look, I'm going to tell you, I like to do what my viewers will have me do. So I told you if you put some tools in, I was going to bring my guest right to you. So please welcome my wonderful guest. And you can forget about anything about the rest. Welcome my guest, Kathy Sasaki Oshiro. Hey, how you doing?
Aloha.
Aloha. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. We know you're in wonderful Hawaii. Now, I was trying to pronounce the word right. I usually pay close attention to it, but I wanted to see if I can get it right on the fly. So did I say it right? Did I say it wrong? Let me know.
Mililani.
Mililani. Okay. So if you guys could say Mililani, put a number 3 in the comment block below. Let me see who gets it right. Number 3 in the comment block below. All right. So, Kathy, we know that you are the owner at Katz Consulting. Can you tell us a little bit about what Katz Consulting is? Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
So, Katz Consulting is a accounting firm. Basically, we do accounting, bookkeeping, tax, and financial consulting services. And I've had the business since December of 1999. So quite getting up there in age. It's an adult now. But
right.
I didn't start doing it full time until 2013.
All right.
Yes.
So did you have a background in accounting, or how did you get that going?
So I have my accounting. My background is in accounting. I have a bachelor's of science from Cal State Sacramento in business administration, and the concentration is accounting.
Awesome. So that's great. So I know that I had the pleasure of being on another platform with you last night on News You Can Use, and you rocked the show. I had people from all over contacting me, telling me just how much they loved you. So I just want to thank you for being on the show last night. So I like to always take a pause for the cause. So let's look over here and see who else we have joining us tonight. So I know we have Nanette Sanchez. Good to see you. And who else do we have?
Laurie Gandeza.
All right.
She's from Hawaii. Karen Shimazu Speed from Hawaii.
Awesome. All right. So thank you everybody for joining. And we've got a bunch of 3s coming in as well. So everybody wanted to see us get in where we fit in. And thank you all for getting in where you fit in right around our table today. So let's get right into it. Tonight, if you're just joining us, we are talking about how to make profits during the pandemic. And as you are aware, Kathy has a background in accounting. So Kathy, you told us a little bit about you and about your company and how long you've been in business. So what inspired you to come on the show tonight?
First of all, you did.
Thank you.
Listening to you and the amount of people that you've touched their lives, and how you touch their lives globally is something that I want to do as well, and I've been
Oh,
aspiring
thank
to
you.
do. So
Mhm.
I feel that you have a platform that can really help a lot of people, and I love to help people. So
All
that's
right.
that's why I really wanted to be on your show today, to help more people.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So let me ask you this. Outside of your desire to help people, you always have to actually help yourself first. And in the pandemic, we had to, many of us that weren't even on social media, we had to change the way that we did business. And so
Mhm.
when we changed the way we did business, it helped us to kind of get in front of more people. So I'd like you to share with us what you did to get in front of more people. How did you change, and how much time and effort did it take?
So for me, we did use Zoom, but for my accounting practice, I didn't use Zoom before.
Mhm,
So with my accounting practice, I did decide to start using Zoom to meet with my
mhm.
clients, because we were in lockdown here in Hawaii and we weren't able to, meet with clients face to face.
Right.
So that was one change. But
Mhm,
because of the company that I'm affiliated with in Japan
mhm,
called Naturally Plus,
mhm.
they had given us a Zoom platform, before. So we already had the usage, and we're already used to using Zoom.
Right.
And so for me, it didn't come as it wasn't as difficult to start off brand new. I think the
Right.
hardest thing was when I
Mhm.
did a training, it was realizing that the account I had only fit 100 people.
Wow.
And I never thought that 100 people would join my webinar. So that for me was the first of the, oh my goodness, people have
Yes.
to get off two devices. We have a problem.
Mhm.
Back in before, it was, oh, you only had like 5 people, 10 people, maybe
Right.
when you're using Zoom,
Mhm,
20, maybe
mhm.
50. But
Right.
with the pandemic, so many people
Mhm.
were on it, were
Right.
joining, and they had the time, and they were able to just hop on at any old time to listen in. And so I think that was the most
Mhm,
difficult, was
mhm.
realizing that you needed a bigger account.
Right.
So I actually worked together with some of the other leaders and Zoom, and making it possible where our company was able to get a larger account for us to have larger Zooms. And that was something that I spearheaded, because 100 wasn't enough room. It wasn't a big enough capacity, and I had no
Right.
idea that it would be an issue.
Right. So I'm hearing you say that Naturally Plus actually made it easy for you to do your business in the trying times of the pandemic. We
Mhm.
needed things to be easy. We didn't need things to be hard. We needed things to be so fluid so that we could transition, because after all, a lot of people were really not ready when the pandemic hit.
That's
They
right.
were almost swelling, because and that's why so many people lost their jobs, they lost their homes, and many
Yes.
of us, we lost our lives and we lost loved ones. And we had to really overcome in the midst of the pandemic. And Naturally Plus made it easy, because they said, here's a way that you can do it while you're focusing on your health and your wealth. So that's great. So although you had to kind of transmogrify yourself
Hmm.
and move and use platforms, get into social media, how much of an investment was it? Did you spend a lot of time doing it? Did you spend a lot of money doing it?
Money wise, no, not really. I paid for the Zoom account for an annual account, so
Mhm,
that wasn't really a difference.
mhm.
I think we weren't going out, so I was definitely saving on food, eating out, drinking, going to
Mhm.
bars, all those kinds of
Right.
things where
Mhm,
I meet with
mhm.
all my clients all over the place on the
Yeah.
island, or
Mhm.
I was traveling a lot as well to meet with clients. So
Right.
this definitely made a change where I didn't spend as much because of travel. I
Right.
didn't spend as much in food and
Mhm.
dining type of situations. Gas, of course, we
Yes.
weren't leaving the house. So a
Right.
lot of things were a little bit different. I would like to say something though,
Yes.
because I do taxes. And so a lot
Yes.
of people out there that do have their own businesses, if you did travel before, if you did actually go out and eat, that's a deduction you're not going to have as big of this year. And
Yes.
you may even still be making the same amount of money. Some people haven't really changed. My income didn't really change. It actually increased. So I want to make sure that you guys realize, hey, you might have to buy a new vehicle. Something might have to change. You might have to do something to get a bigger deduction for 2020 because you
And
guys
see,
don't have any. It all went away. What are we going to do? Oh my gosh.
and
So,
see, this is
just a
why
little
I
plug.
reach
Sorry.
out. This is why I reach out to people all around the world, because I always like to give the secret sauce, because I always say hashtag ignite and take flight in every area of your life. And what you just gave them is a ignite and take flight in the finance / deductions of their life. I love that. So thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate you sharing that. So for those of you that's just coming on, make sure you like, share, start a watch party, like, share, and start a watch party, and make sure you tell somebody about my fabulous guest, because as you just seen, she's given some secret sauce as we go along throughout the broadcast. So with that being said, you've shared with us that you made the investment in yourself. It wasn't a huge investment, but you did have to make an investment so that you could continue to do your business, even though you had a shift. So you weren't really traveling as much, and you were saving some money, but the platforms that you weren't familiar with, you had to invest your time.
That's right. I did.
And you had to buy like another Zoom account, which wasn't too costly. But let me ask you this. Why is it important for people to invest in themselves?
Because you need personal growth. Without personal growth, you can't move on. You're going to be stagnant, and you have to be adaptable. These times made it where you have to realize that you need to be adaptable. You need to go and move with the times. You need to be like bamboo and just shift and be strong and sturdy and move with that wind and just keep going. Because without that, you're just going to stay still. And
Right.
we can't just roll over and die.
Right.
We
That's
need
right.
to keep moving forward. You know, we have to evolve and we have to reinvent. Some of us have to reinvent ourselves.
Yes.
And that's something that I think is really key. You know, for me, I have accounting. You know, really, accounting's not really going anywhere, you know, but a lot of my clients have been affected by the pandemic.
Yes.
And therefore, I needed to think about other strategies and other ways to help my clients, so my clients won't be stuck come 2021, and you got to submit your returns April 15th, 2021 for 2020.
Exactly.
You know, so it's something that, you know, it's a new thing for all of us. We didn't know what the pandemic would bring,
Right.
but we have to be adaptable, and we need to have our own personal growth. We need to read books. I don't even read, but I started reading.
And you know what?
And teaching myself how to use Zoom. You know, having a few leaders on a Zoom practice session and sending somebody into a waiting room and being like, "Could you hear us? No, you couldn't. Could you see me type something? No, you couldn't. Okay, let me send you back into that waiting room. Let me see what happens over there." Things like that. Learning how to even mute ourselves. We didn't really know how to mute ourselves well. Or virtual backgrounds, right?
Yes.
We didn't even
Or
know
virtual backgrounds. And so I'm going to expand that so you guys can see our virtual backgrounds, right? So yes, virtual backgrounds are huge. And of course, my company does virtual background. So if you need a virtual background, let me know. We'll take care of you. We'll hook you right up. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back. And I want to explore how social media helped you reach more people around the world. So folks, if you love what you're hearing, go ahead and put a number 4 in the comment block below. And we're going to come right back and explore how social media helped Kathy do more from home than she ever did before, even though she was driving around. Now she doesn't have to do that, and neither do you. And she'll share some more with you about how to make profits in the pandemic. We'll be right back. Welcome to the Lotus Roche Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. All right. So we want to pause for the cause. I love this. Here, let's grab a couple of comments. We've got a lot of comments coming in. So thank you so much. So Sabeda has a question for you, and she wanted to know if your food business has been challenged by social distancing and your talent pipeline affected by the government stimulus, how would I still remain profitable?
I would start doing catering or even do a food truck type of situation in addition to what you're doing now. That's something I would do just because we can't stop the social distancing. The social distancing is going to limit the size of your, I'm assuming you're in a restaurant, Sabita, I'm not sure. But if you're in a restaurant, I would do more catering because people are still getting out, doing things at home and offering more takeout. And then I would do food truck. I would have a food truck elsewhere so that,
Awesome.
you can still, people can come and pick up from wherever. And I do it by wherever construction places are located because the guy is still got to eat, and construction is still booming during this time.
Exactly.
Construction is still booming. So any government offices, they'll come out to food trucks and they'll support. So that's what I would do to kind of keep it going. As far as having like a brick and mortar restaurant, I think it's really, really tough for people. It would almost be more worth it. I don't want to say it, but to close that up and do something else. Like I said, like more catering, but you can also utilize that facility to do a little bit more where you can do more catering, that type of situation.
And we've got some time tips here too. Sabeda gave a great time tip, and she said more home office space rental can give you the credits that you need. So what are your thoughts on that, Kathy?
I love using your home as your office. So many of us now are working from home and doing everything remotely. So therefore, how you would take it is you would take the square footage of your home, and then you would take it and whatever portion you have exclusively being used for your business, that portion is going to be allocated and used as a deduction on your return. So that will include all the expenses now. So not just your rent or mortgage interest, but it's also going to include the depreciation of your home if you do own your home. It's going to include your electricity, water, cable, internet, garbage service, your refuse service, alarm system for your home, janitorial services. Bring someone in to clean your house so you don't have to clean it and support another family. Just a suggestion as a deduction, but just things like that, those are all end up becoming deductible, and it is a really, really good deduction. It really does help people to save on their liability, to reduce their tax liability. So I think that's the key.
And so we've got a little shout out to you. So I want you to check that out. Who's that? We got
Laurie Gandesa.
So she said she put in her 4, like many others have put in their 4. And she said, Kathy, love the way you think on your feet. Right on. And you know why she can do that? Because she's a professional. She is at the top of her game at what she does. And Sunday Kennison also put in her row of 4s, and Angie did, and Sabeda did. So thank you so much. And so check this out. We've got another kind of talk tip. Other options is to shared internet and phone calls. Share those costs. Why is it so critical to share those costs?
Those are sometimes a lot of things that people forget as deductions. People forget that your internet in your home is actually you're using it for business. So at least a portion of that is going to be deductible for business. So it will be allocatable depending on the size of your home, like I had mentioned earlier. But let's say you have your phone. So we have our cell phones, and this gives us the internet as well.
Yes.
So your phone can also be is also your deduction in
Yes.
addition to. And if you have a separate phone line in your home, then that separate phone line in your home will be 100% deductible for your business if that's what you are using it for. So that's another thing that some people may not think of is, hey, I was in the office, but now I'm working from home and now I'm using my house phone. But you have to actually have a separate phone line into your home in order for it to be considered deductible per the IRS rules at this time.
Okay, so as long as they're using that phone, that separate line in their home, it's 100% deductible if used for their business. Okay,
yes.
So folks, we're saying use it for your business. Don't just say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get me a phone in my house because Kathy and Lotus said it's going to be 100%
Right.
deductible. No, you have to
Separate.
use it
Already
for
have
your
one. Yeah.
and already have a phone that you're already using, but that one should be 100% for your business. So I've got a salute to you. So here, Sabeda said, love the vehicle cap to 20K. That's awesome. And also, many people, because you had to go from your office to your home full time, even if you had your own businesses, you had to maybe close up your office, or maybe you were in a lease and you couldn't break out of the lease, but you still had to pay. So that's another deduction. But check this out. I like what we have here. What about your computers? Some of you had to buy new computers to work from home. That's also a deduction.
That's right. And if you are using your computer for 100% business, then it's 100% deductible. The IRS says, are you using, they'll ask you, are you using it 100%, 50%, 80%, whatever. And that's what they'll go by. But most of you, are having to purchase new computer equipment, new camera, what you call those things? The camera, what that thing?
Webcam.
Thank you. People are having to get
What's that thing called?
that thing. But even then, people are having to get new laptops because they want to do the digital background, and they're not able to.
Yes.
So that makes it 100% deductible, right? And any of those costs to digitize your business is, of course, 100% deductible as well. If you also did have to close up your office and move to at home, working from home 100%, and got your office in your home now, if you had to rent a storage unit for your business, that storage unit is also deductible. So I want to make a note of that, because a lot of people did close their brick and mortar office and are working from home, and they did transform one of their junk rooms into their office and didn't have enough space for their furniture. And so that storage unit now is 100% deductible as well, where you may not have realized it. So take that into account for yourself as well.
All right. I love that. And see, we hadn't even thought about that. I hadn't even seen that question. And that's super duper important, because many people had to go ahead and get those little storage spaces. And I didn't even think about that. So thank you for sharing that, Kathy. Pardon me.
It's a kind of a good one, because a lot of people don't think about it. You just figure, oh, I don't have enough space, right? I don't have enough space. But you don't realize that your business is still going. So you rented that space because you closed your office. You have no choice but to write it off. So
exactly. And Angie said, be versatile and flexible, maximize and optimize the possibilities of or to your advantage. So you got to use everything that you can use, all of your space, so that you can maximize and optimize. So thank you, Angie, for saying that. And also, we've got a question. How will the IRS account for work from home shifts?
If I'm not quite sure if she means if she's a W-2 wage earner or if she's a owner of a business, they are aware of work from home. Example, they are aware of working from home. What was your first part? How will the
Okay.
IRS account to work from home shifts?
Yes.
So if it is an employee working from home, unfortunately, with the Trump plan that changed in 2018, you no longer have employee expenses that are deductible for the IRS. So that is something that was taken away with that change, unfortunately. And right now, that would have been really ideal in this pandemic. But I don't see it coming back. I don't see them making any changes to the IRS rules at this time during this administration. So I'm, that's a hard one. It's a hard one.
And
You're gonna have less. Yeah, like you would
yeah,
have to actually ask your employer to
yes.
reimburse you back for your use of your home, use of your internet, because it's your own, because you can't get reimbursed. You can't take that deduction on your own personal tax return. It can
Right.
only be done at a business level. But
Right.
if you are someone that, of course, owns your own business, then it's automatic. You can easily take it, and that's not a problem at all. I hope I
Right.
answered your questions,
Yeah,
Sabina.
and not only did you answer that question, you answered the upcoming question, what do you think the deduction may look like? And really, there's no real way to know, especially with the person that we have in office right now. So
Yeah,
you
right.
call their name, and I make it a point not to throw around names if
Yeah,
I can help it. So
right.
Camille Robb, good to see you. She has a question for you. She says, how much of your home stuff can you write off? So here's what we can do. We're going to let her give you a quick rundown, and then I'm going to ask one of my staff to go ahead and type it in the comment and give you guys a list. And if you want another list, just go there. And now this may not cover everything, okay? I'm not a tax professional, but some of the things that we're sharing tonight will help you out. So would you like to speak to that? How much of their stuff at home they can write
Yep.
off?
So basically, you can write off everything in your home that you have, as far as all electricity, gas, water, all those things I had previously mentioned, refuse service, alarm system, janitorial services, maintenance fees of if you live in a condo, association dues, all of those things can be deductible, but it's a prorated share. So one room in your house is going to be, let's say, 150 square feet. That 150 square feet divided by the entire size of your home is going to be considered deductible. It's just that prorated share, and that's what you're going to be able to write off. So you basically take everything. Let's say you decide to go and build a rock wall around your house or put up some fencing of some kind. That too is going to be deductible, but it is once again going to go by a prorated share. So you can look at it from that standpoint, and I think that will really help you.
And so some people may not know what a prorated share is. Can you please tell us what a prorated share is?
So once again, you take the size of your office, the office space that's 100% dedicated to your business, and then you take the entire size of the square footage of your home. Let's say it's 1,000 square feet. So you go ahead and you take the 150 square feet, that's your office, divided by 1,000 square feet, and you're going to have a percentage of 15%. That's going to be deductible for your taxes. Time for some math.
So basically, that's right. You got to do the math, folks. You got to do the math.
What you do is you let your CPA or your tax professional know that you're using your home for office. Give them all the information, and they will calculate it for you, because they have to input that actual data into the tax software, because it actually belongs on the form itself,
Right.
called Form 8829. So you really want to make sure you get that information to your tax preparer. And it's a good time. This is the perfect time for you to plan, because it gives you 2 months to prepare before this year is over. So you have more than enough time to prepare and figure it out, and figure out where you stand, so you won't be stuck, come April 15th, and you got to pay.
And
Because nobody
so
wants to pay.
Exactly. And we don't want you to pay. So let them do the math. You don't worry about doing the math because you're not a tax professional. Many of you out there are not.
Yeah.
So let them do the math. And having said that, that's a great little tip we just gave you. Let them do the math because it might save you some money. And while we're trying to save you
Save you
some money,
stress.
honey, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, and we are back, and we have a couple more questions. I mean, they're rolling in from all over the place. Hey, Sunday. Sunday said, should I buy another cheap cell phone or another personal line?
Sunday, because I know what you do, I don't think you need anything at this time. I think
All
you might
right.
need a new vehicle.
All right. And Camille said, always 100%. That's right. And she said, that is so crazy. How can they take that away?
Yeah,
So,
that was a Form 2106 that they took away from the IRS. But a lot of you, your states might still take it as a deduction for your home office, but the IRS doesn't anymore with the new administration or with the change
okay.
in administration, the change in tax law.
And Camille said, what if you own your home or what if you own your own home business?
If you own your own home business, then you basically do just like what I said. You're gonna take your home as a deduction, and it's a Form 8829. Because I
Wow.
see you said yeah, it's a
8829. Yeah. So she
8829.
said, you said 4829. No, it's 8829.
8829.
All right. Fantastic. So with that being said, wow, you all are giving us some great questions. I tell you. So let me ask you this. We know that you had to jump on social media. You got on social media. It helped you to connect with people all around the world, just like we're doing here today. Because we've got people from the Philippines, we've got people from Japan, we've got people from Hawaii, we've got people from all over the world. And it is unequivocal that social media platforms, just like the one we're using right now, help us get in front of people who need our products and services.
Correct.
So let me ask you this. How can people learn to navigate social media platforms and leverage them to their best interest?
So I'm not really a social media guru. Actually, Lotus, you are the guru of social media. So I would have to refer everyone to Lotus, because if you want to get noticed, you got to talk to Lotus. See, all you guys are noticing me here today. So you got to get with Lotus, man. I don't have that kind of answer. I am not the guru on that. I can't really answer that, and I can't speak intelligently enough on that. I have some of my weaknesses, and I know what it is. So I go talk to. Oh, she's over here. I go talk to her.
So thank you. And I tell people all the time, you have to invest in yourself, because if you don't invest in yourself, you can't expect clients that's looking for someone with your expertise, your skills and talents to come knocking on your door if they don't even know you exist. So if you're trying to get ahead of the curve and in front of the people that you need to be in front of, and you need to learn how to use platforms just like this, you need to contact me. And I can set up a one-on-one training, or you can join one of my upcoming trainings where I'm doing huge group trainings, and I'm training people from all over the world to come in and learn StreamYard, Zoom, and other platforms that are coming along. Some of them haven't even hit the mainstream yet that I'll be training on. So with that being said, don't hesitate. Go ahead and contact me, because at the end of the day, you don't want to wait too late. You want to go ahead and visit my website. You can go visit my website at www.lotusigniteyou.com, www.lotusigniteyou.com. You can also reach out to me at lotus@lotusigniteyou.com and come hit me up in my email. Hit me up in my email and I'll help you out. And for one-on-one StreamYard training or Zoom trainings or other trainings that you need to help get you in front of the masses, here you go. This is how you connect with me, because like she said, you want to say what you said again? If they want to get noticed.
If you want to get noticed, get with Lotus. So that's really what you want to do, because she definitely can help you out and get you noticed. And that's something that I've learned. And I think that's also one of the reasons that it inspired me to be on this show, because I know that she can make it where I can be noticed, but actually
Yes.
I can really help people by sharing information that, I went to school for.
Yes,
and
exactly.
that I do study still. I still have to study and make sure, I am doing professional development for myself, for accounting, but also in other things as well. I need my own personal growth too.
Oh, and we've got a couple of remarks. Don't wait, get straight with Lotus. Thank you so much. And she said, if you want to get noticed, contact Lotus. Thank you. And Camille said, yes, Lotus Rashay is the queen of it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So with that being said, we want to dive a little deeper into how you can prosper during the pandemic, because let's face it, a lot of the large companies really got ahead of this thing we're calling the pandemic. So what I'd like you to know, and some of you don't know this, and some of you do, are you aware that Zoom, let's just talk about Zoom, because that's one of the platforms I use frequently. How often do you use the platform?
Almost daily.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
on Zoom.
And I use it daily too. I use it daily.
So definitely Zoom was my go-to. My kids use WebEx because of school, but I use Zoom. I've used WebEx for funerals.
Yep.
I've attended funerals now on WebEx.
Yep. Exactly.
But Zoom for me is a stronger, I know it, so it's a little stronger platform for me.
Yes. And I've actually helped a wonderful friend and colleague of mine with a virtual funeral as well. Now, folks, that's not my forte. Okay, that's not my forte. But if you need any type of bumpers, flyers, ceremonial greetings, anything like that, we got you covered. Any videos that you want to give to your family to serve as a keepsake, if you will, my company can take care of that for you. But let's look at Zoom, because according to CNN, and I'm gonna put it right here up on the screen, CNN.com, you can go there. Zoom, the revenue, it soared to 169% as people flocked to service during the pandemic. So when I'm telling you something, I'm giving you facts and figures from statistical data that's been done by credible entities, if you will. Mm-hmm. So I want to share this with you as well. Let's look at the Financial Times, because I was looking at some information, and they had the prospering in the pandemic, the top 100 companies. 100 companies. So this is what I'm going to do. If you think that you know a couple of the companies, on that list of 100 companies that prospered in the pandemic, I want you to go ahead and put it in the comment block below. And I'm going to give you about 1 minute to get it done while we take a quick break. If you know one company, two companies, three companies, put it in the comment bar below, because guess what? We can still prosper, and we have been prospering in the middle of the pandemic. We'll be right back.
This is Soretta Smith, your candidate for State Senate District 23 here in Georgia, and I have been out all day hitting the polls. It's been a great day. It's an exciting time. here in Georgia. And I just want to give a shout out to some folks, people that have been calling, checking on me, encouraging me. And one of those folks is my girl, Lotus Roche, of Lotus Roche Ignite, Take Flight. Thank you, Lotus, for your words of encouragement, for the opportunities that you've given me to be on your platform, to get the word out about who I am and that I'm running for office. And so the results will be in tonight. I will officially clinch the Democratic nomination. And I just wanted to shout you out and tell you thank you again. I'm igniting and taking flight.
All right. And so with that being said, I see some folks already commenting. So let's go ahead and look at what they've said. We've got Miss Carla Mukes here. Good to see you. She said Walmart. So we're going to see if they're one in the number on the 100. And then we have, oh, wait, she also said grocery and food delivery companies. And that's something you said earlier to Sabeda. Go ahead and start a food truck. And she also said Naturally Plus Global. Yes. And you know why? Because the water and the items, the super lutein, the Mirato Plus, all these things help us to boost our immune system. And the Izumio, the water that she has in her hand, helped us to boost our immune system as we braved through the pandemic. And Camille also said Target. So great. So you guys make sure you're looking at this because we want to see if it's on the list of the 100. And also Lori said MP USA and MP globally. Hey, there you go. She got it. So let's go ahead and look at this list of 100 companies that thrived and that prospered during the pandemic. And this, again, we go right to the source. So let's look at the Financial Times and what they said. Let's look at some of these companies. Amazon. Somebody said Amazon. Oh, no, you said Walmart, but it's probably here. Amazon, the market cap added 401.1 billion. 401.1 billion. Okay, so Amazon thrived. And I know personally, I was ordering stuff from Amazon. How about you?
Guilty. Every day almost.
So if you were ordering stuff from Amazon almost every day, go ahead and put a number 5 in the comment block below. Put a number 5 in the comment block below. And then it says Microsoft. Microsoft, they capitalized. How much did they capitalize, Kathy? Can you see it, Kathy? Can you see it at all? Let me see if I can help her. Okay, so they capitalized, they prospered to the tune of 269.9 billion.
Okay.
All right. And I think Kathy might have had a little snafu on the internet. No, it's okay. It's okay. No problem. So let's look at who else prospered. Let's go on down here a little bit. And it said, hold on, I want to look at this. Key stats, 75 million people used the Teams communication app in a single day. That's 75 million people used it in a single day in April. Okay. And it went up from 20 million in late 2019 to 75 million in one single day. And then we have Apple. Apple went up 219.1 billion. The key stats, the iPhone maker managed to rank up 58.3 billion in revenue in March. Okay, in March quarter, despite closing all of its retail stores. And guess what? I know that I broke my phone while all the retail stores were closed and they mailed me a phone. So those of you that's used Apple, go ahead and put a number 6 in the comment block below. Because I know we're not singing to the, we're not preaching to the choir. Tesla, 108.4 billion. 108.4 billion went up. Who do we have next, Kathy?
Tencent.
10 cent. 10 cent. It's
10 cents.
online gaming. Online gaming revenues rose 31% in the first quarter. Okay. So who else do we have, Kathy?
Facebook, where are you today?
Facebook.
85.7 billion.
Wow. And that's amazing because we had to kind of move and do something different. Okay.
Yep, the shift.
Nvidia. Now, Nvidia is a huge company. They're doing all kinds of things. They have a new platform similar to Zoom, as far as I know, but they also are in the medical industry. So if you haven't looked up Nvidia, you need to look them up. They have graphic chips that they sell, and they went up 83.3 billion. Okay, 83.3 billion. Okay, so just look at some of these companies: Alphabet, PayPal. Now PayPal soared. How many of you have used PayPal, TransferWise, Cash App, all of these online things to transfer money to people? If you've used one of these things, put a number 7 in the comment block below, because I know I've used PayPal. How about you?
Yep, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle.
Yep.
Square. All of it.
Exactly. And they went up 65.4 billion. So look, folks, the stuff that we're sharing with you, these are kind of ahas, because guess what? You still might be able to make some investments, because a lot of people went out and they bought up properties. They went out and they got some stocks and they did exceedingly well. So if you're looking for places that you might want to make some investments, and now I'm not an investment professional, but these companies are really making money still. And even after the pandemic, they're going to be making money. So as I always say, get in where you fit in. T-Mobile rose 59.7 billion. Pinduoduo, 55.2 billion. And Netflix, 55.1 billion. We're staying home, right?
Yep.
Key stat, 183 million global subscribers by the end of quarter one. A 23% jump from a year earlier. Okay, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. And I look at Zoom. Zoom video, 47.9 billion. Okay, key stats. Zoom video calls reach 300 million participants in one day. In one day, 300 participants. Now, if you all or I, look at Adobe. If you all or I had stock in some of these things, I mean, we would have been billionaires. But I said all that to say the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. So you don't have to be so fearful in the pandemic. You can prosper in the pandemic and after the pandemic. You want to set yourself up now. So after the pandemic is over, you still cannot survive. We don't want you to survive. We want you to thrive.
That's right.
So with that being said, we've got a lot of 5s. Carla Muke says me. We've got some 6s in the house. Ruth is in the house with a 6. Lori's in the house with a 6. Carla, Camille. Wow, just a lot of folks. And some of you I cannot see. So if I don't call your name, it's because I can't see you. We've got a lot of folks streaming in. But if you haven't liked, shared, and started a watch party, go ahead and tell somebody that I'm on here with a phenomenal guest, Kathy Sasaki. Did I say it right? I said it wrong. Sakai. That's my nephew's name too. Don't tell my mom that I'm on here pronouncing my nephew's name wrong. It's Sakai. Sakai Oshiro. She's with me tonight, and I tell you, she's dropped some secret sauce about some accounting things you can do to help get the right deductions without getting in a sticky pickle. And Camille said, my business increased 70%. 70%.
It's a lot.
That's
awesome.
this is the thing. You have to get in where you fit in. If your business is not thriving, then you want to move into a business that's going to serve you. So we are almost at the top of the hour, and we want to thank each and every one of you for being here. And we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, and we're going to have our final words of the night. And if you have one more question that you need to have answered, wait till the next show when I bring Kathy back. So if you want her to come back for the next show, put a number 8 in the comment block below. Put a number 8 in the comment block below if you want her to come back for the next show. Okay, make sure you do that. I really would appreciate that. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And this is a wonderful salute. And for those of you that want to be a celebrity on the show, you can be a celebrity on the show, but you've got to let us know. We'll be right back. You want to be a celebrity guest on the show, and you want to know where to go? Well, go to www.lotusrocheteignitesyou.com. Again, that's www.lotusrocheteignitesyou.com. www.lotusrocheteignitesyou.com to be the celebrity on the show. All right. I'm super duper happy that we're back. So we've got a bunch of 8s, and I'm going to go up. I'm going to try to go up to the top. Camille, she shot an 8 out there. Angie, we've got Sunday. We've got several 8s, and we've got a whole row of 8s right here. So thank you so much. And Lori shot an 8 as well. And many of you are shooting 8. So we thank you and we appreciate you. So Kathy, I want to thank you for being on the show. You've been a phenomenal guest. You always come with the best of the best information to help people ignite and take flight in every area of their life. So I really appreciate you for being here. So what are your final words of wisdom to our viewers?
Well, during this pandemic, I think everyone's realized too that they're very resilient. And I think resiliency is a key here, but also the fact that we are adaptable and we can do things to help ourselves. And take this time, if you are still in lockdown, or if you go back into lockdown, heaven forbid, that, you do take this time to actually help yourself grow. Personal growth is really key. If you don't have a business, if you're just a W-2 wage earner, I encourage you to look into doing a business, because then you would have some funds that can help you, to earn income during this pandemic time, like I have with doing accounting, but then also with Naturally Plus as well. And I think that, you really want to look into whatever avenues you can to save money when you can, where you can. Don't spend frivolously if you don't need to, but just try and use this time to connect and build yourself and build your business if you have a personal business. And do get with your tax preparer and your CPA, whoever helps you, to try and see where you are today and at this time, so that you can make sure that you're not stuck with your pants down on April 15th for 2020.
I love it. I love it. So thank you so much, Kathy, for joining me here today. And I appreciate each and every one of you out there. And Lori said, yes, leaders are flexible. The strongest person, always the most flexible. And we've got a number 8. Thanks for sharing your secret sauce. And I always like to get you all lost up in the sauce, the secret sauce, because if you're lost, we can help you get found. But remember, always #ignite&TakeFlight in every area of your life. And don't forget to join me on Friday for more news you can use, okay, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then don't forget to check me out on Bring Who You Are on this coming Sunday. No, I digress. This coming Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where our guest will be the celebrity doctor, Dr. Lamar Price. He's the celebrity doctor to people like the original Housewives, of Atlanta, and a host of other folks. So you don't want to miss that show. So until we meet again, make sure you run and tell a friend, like, share, start a watch party, like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that Lotus Richey is here to ignite you, for you to ignite and take flight in every area of your life. Why? Because I'm bringing inspiration to every nation. And I want to make sure that your face is in the place. So I'll see you next time. Have a great night. Take care. Make sure you join us on Bring Who You Are, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. Special shout out to the legendary Mr. Ronald Kincaid. Gospel sensation. We are so appreciative of
but you know
our
what?
pioneers.
When I look around and I think things go up, oh yeah, you know what I said? All
If you want to have your commercial played on our show,
I win mine.
hit that